listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Yeah. Jake D. Marco, what did you think of WWE Fastlane, mother? I watched some of it, and some people had my reaction to it, but man, that was the show that the second half forgot. What the fuck?
Well, it was like the second hour was really good, at least two matches, and then the rest of it was just botch heavy, fell apart, or extremely predictable.
Yeah, it was.
This did not feel pre-WrestleMania worthy. It doesn't feel like we're really building towards anything, which granted, nothing tonight really did build towards WrestleMania. When you break down all the matches and the decisions, it didn't build towards the Mania feuds. A couple things may lead that way, but we didn't really get much excitement, and I don't know. Everything just seemed very, very, very predictable.
Yeah, I think my predictions. I mean, I'm pretty damn close to perfect, which is ridiculous. Like, I mean, it wasn't something.
Yeah. I tried to be creative and think a little bit outside the box. I didn't think Dean would turn heel, but I kept saying, well, maybe the heels will win, and then they have to use Braun because we know Seth has his match against Brock Lesnar. I honestly didn't believe Dean would turn heel. I was genuinely surprised that Shane turned heel, but you knew one of the two of them were. I figured, maybe they'll go with The Miz. And then I kind of went back and forth on it, and I said, no, more than likely it's got to be Shane. And but the way they did it, you knew it was coming, so it was well done, just not exciting.
Right.
And that was pretty much, the night in a nutshell. I mean, the wrestling wasn't bad. The only time the wrestling, I think, was atrocious was the women's tag match. And it wasn't even all Nia Jax. Tamina botched a lot of moves.
Yeah, Tamina was like, she's just like a sack of nothing, dude. Like
she was falling all over the place. She went to go lift, I think it was Sasha at that point, and just completely fell to the floor, down to the ring mat. I was like, what are
Nia.
you doing?
Wasn't that Nia?
No, because Tamina had set Nia up, and then Nia kind of like fell to recover. But
no, it was a
mess.
That show was a mess. It was the energy, man. Like my energy just died. It was like slowly being evaporated and choked away. God, it was weird. What a weird night. It was so long. It would seem like it was gonna be a short night, and then all of a sudden it was so damn long.
Party.
The Botch Club. Follow them on Instagram.
Instagram at Botch Club at the Wrestle Daily.
Thank you, Botch Club. Dude, some of those videos are blowing up like crazy too. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I had some problems with my mic at the end, and I left, and I just I never got back myself while I was watching it, and it was like you could see why. It was a mess.
It really was the last hurrah of the Shield. They wanted to go out on a high note with them, which the crowd enjoyed. I mean, but if the crowd wasn't as into it as they were, I would have really wanted to, pull what hair I had left out. So,
Sup, Joe and Jake.
They made it a little bit more watchable.
Thank God the Shield shit is finally over. Other than that, the first 2 hours were great with good wrestling as well as the pacing. Solid.
The first 2 hours were amazing. Triple Gaming, thank you for the $5. The wrestling in the first hour and a half was nuts. And the beginning I thought was great too. With Triple H. I'm sorry, Triple H. I'm reading Triple with Shane McMahon. How about that, Jake? He beat the shit out of the Miz.
Yeah, choked him out, kept elbowing him and punching him in the head. And like I said, it looked good. It just, I wish they had done it a little bit better.
Did the participants in the women's tag match take a shot before walking out there?
I agree.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
It's gotta be Kane. Movado.
For Christ's sakes, they gotta get Renee off of commentary. It's bad when Jim Cornette said some of her lines made his toes crack from cringe.
I feel like it's a big troll job at this point with her, and it's like I'm supposed to throw up on myself.
Really quick, the chat's saying there's no sound, but maybe now it's working.
Really? I've been having troubles tonight with some shit, so that could be true. Let me try to fix something real quick. Let me pause those real quick. Go ahead with the. Oh, let me. Go ahead, Jake, and I will pause this real quick while you continue your thoughts here.
Yeah, I like I said, there wasn't much variation on what we thought would happen, unfortunately. And some of the things I felt were silly the way they happened. The heel turn itself was well done. It was well executed. It was convincing. Personally, I just wish it was handled differently so that it wasn't so blatantly obvious that this was going to happen. Had they had maybe, top of my head, like if they had Shane win via, using a weapon or the tag belts, something like that. Some underhanded, nefarious means where he cheats to win, and Miz is not happy. He said, I didn't want to do it like this. I didn't want to cheat to win and then have them turn, because you wouldn't expect the heel turn to happen if they win the match. That would be at least a little bit more or less predictable. That was the problem with the night. Everything was just by the numbers. And, we made this comparison the other night. It was just another paint by numbers scenario where things were good, everything was in the lines as it should be, but it wasn't overly, creative. But the Usos and Shane McMahon and Miz open up the show tonight. It was a decent match. I mean, it was good for what we got. The action on the outside, I mean, Shane was planning to go for the coast to coast, and then they Jimmy leaps from the top of Shane, ends up doing the same, and they get this huge drop kick move. That was really cool. And, you see the Miz even going for a frog splash at the end, which leads to him losing the match for him and Shane. The beatdown, like I said, looked good. We'll see them obviously face off at Mania. Hopefully that'll be a good match. They usually put everything they can on the line, especially Shane. But decent opening. And then from there, Asuka and Mandy Rose, it felt clunky. The crowd was dead silent. They didn't really connect with one another. I felt like it wasn't bad action. I will say that the the finish of the match, that kick that she got off, Mandy Rose ate every inch of that, and it looked truly horrendous. So that was a hell of a kick from Asuka. But besides that, her tripping on the mat didn't really, come up and look that realistic. She went ahead and tripping on the ring skirt didn't really stop her momentum. She just kind of stopped and looked towards the side. So it was awkward the way they pulled it off. Again, I don't know if they're planning on splitting these two up. Kind of seems like it's going that way, but it was also a hard sell because Asuka hasn't been on TV for weeks now, really. The last time we saw her, she lost to Mandy Rose, and it was really kind of hard to get behind Mandy Rose anyways and feel like she was going to beat Asuka. So it just, you can't blame the live crowd for not being interested in it overall. And then I was confused with everything with Kofi. I know they're really trying to hammer home this, hero sentiment. They want to have him overcome every obstacle. So they have him just get destroyed. Vince says, all right, you're going to be, there will be a triple threat match tonight for the WWE Championship. And you better get out there because your match starts next. And Kofi comes out. Everybody's cheering. They think it's going to be the Daniel Bryan match. And there's the swerve. They have Kofi in a handicap match against Sheamus and Cesaro. So he's taking on the bar. But rather than have him do the Daniel Bryan element where he overcomes these two, he just gets the crap kicked out of him entirely. Eventually, I feel way too late into the match, the rest of the New Day come out to try and get the save, and that's when Nakamura and Rusev stop their saving attempt. So the crowd was chanting, "This is boring." We haven't heard that in quite some time, not since I said Brock and Roman, but actually it was Seth and Dean. For the crowd to go ahead and start chanting to that extent, somebody messed up somewhere. It was just way too drawn out for Kofi to get his ass beat. You hear everybody chanting, "You suck" at first, but that, the crowd didn't want to see their hero get destroyed in this kind of way. Some people enjoyed the booking of this, but I was just really perplexed by it. I know they want him to really be, held down and he has to fight through the oppression that is Vince McMahon. But it just overall didn't strike a nerve with me. It didn't really work. I failed to see how this, enabled Kofi to look like more of a hero at all. Yeah, you have sympathy that he got his ass beat, but sympathy only goes so far. If you don't let him prosper soon, I feel like the crowd is really going to lose interest in this. Next up, Elias comes out. And he was uninterrupted quite a few times tonight, except for the last time he came out. I think we saw him a total of 3 times. And he was on fire, as usual. It's unfortunate that he's not wrestling, but everything that he came out to say was entertaining as always. He's picking on The Miz in Cleveland, so he gets a good amount of heat. And, always brings up the Cavaliers, things like that. The Steelers as well, he was crapping on. So it was funny. Gets a good reaction from the crowd. Now things start to kick into gear. So we get the Revival. They come out. They're going to defend their Raw Tag Team titles against Ricochet, Aleister Black, as well as Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. And this was an excellent match. Tons of high-paced, fast action. A lot of really close calls. A lot of good 2 counts. Everything felt believable. It was enjoyable from top to end. It wasn't a super long match either, but I felt like they gave them just enough time. I would have liked a little bit more from these 3 teams, but I'm also curious to see what they let them do going forward, especially at WrestleMania. So,
yeah, that's there's so much they can do, and it was weird. The first hour and a half, it was like this shit's on fire, and then it slowed down. But that you couldn't really maintain that speed, this whole show. But going back to the first match because I was missing for a few minutes while I fixed stuff. That the beatdown with Shane McMahon. I mean, those punches look great. He beat the shit out of the Miz, and I really enjoyed that. Let's play some donations here. See if can you hear these by the way?
Super chat.
Not yet.
Party.
Let this sink in. Roman is undefeated at Fastlane pay-per-views.
That's crazy. That's true. Who cares, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know Joe Compton. That's so funny, though. What a weird stat, though. But he's probably undefeated at a lot of stuff. I mean, really, honestly, Compton, Reigns is probably undefeated at a lot of stuff. I just say, we got to get to Mania at this point. Like, there's so much shit. Just get us to Mania. Thank you, Joe Compton, the Renegade.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh.
Is it me or the booking for the Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte tonight was terrible?
You piece of shit.
Yeah, John, it was weird. John, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. The $5. Jake, what do you think about? Can you hear this now?
Yeah, it just came back.
Okay. What do you think about the women's match tonight?
That was so bizarre. What just an odd way to handle things. I had said jokingly the other day, I said, watch, Ronda will run out right at the start. She'll hit Becky. She'll like flicker, something like that, and it'll be a disqualification, and Becky gets immediately put into the match. I wish they didn't wait as long to do it then, or they let them have an actual fight. I mean, to do it at the point that they did just felt really bizarre. And I can't but have less interest in this feud than I did before, especially with Becky coming out with the crutch still. It just, you got to lose the crutch. That is really.
It doesn't seem
momentum.
believable at all that she's going to compete at all with that crutch. It's like
that, and then with her limping, and then she's on morning talk shows without it. She's signing autographs. Like, I know you're supposed to try and suspend your disbelief, but if you're going to do that, keep it up at all points. So. It's just really difficult to maintain believing that she's injured, she needs that. Well, then she shouldn't be competing at all. If you're going to be held back that much, then it's just hard to believe she has any chance.
It just seems pretty dumb, with the bad leg. It's like this is too much, like you said. It's like her limping down, it's like that's not like you can't even wrestle. Like you're not ready to they went too far with the fucking leg at this
Boring,
point.
Yeah.
Yawn, snore, bleach anyone? WTF was Tamina doing lol?
I don't know what Tamina was doing, dude. That match was fucking ridiculous. Oxen.
That was just so sloppy.
Ooh, yeah, I like sloppy. Oxen. Thanks for the $5 sloppy. Oxen. Oh
yeah,
my
because
God.
Tamina, she goes and she tries to push Sasha Banks like up and onto the shoulders of Nia Jax, but then she messes that up and Jax stumbles trying to save it, and then she falls and then she slams with a Samoan drop onto Sasha Banks. But what a mess!
You're my man. I wanna see you naked. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Vince should die in his sleep. Wrestling won't be able to grow without undergoing new management.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge, overhaul to everything so that you could regrow. I agree. I thought they did a lot of things right tonight, and they did a few things that were so weird, and the show ended up stalling because of it. It felt like two different shows. Ed, thank you for the donation. Let's go with one more, and then we'll see. We'll get back to On Track here. Hell yeah, son. SoCal Chris.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
WrestleMania Fatal 4-Way will be Orton versus Elias versus Styles versus Lacey.
SoCal Chris, thanks for the $9. I said, for weeks, for a while, I've been saying that she'd be
People
there.
tune into NASCAR to watch a car crash. People tune into Fastlane to watch a car crash. Based on that clusterfuck alone, 8/10. In terms of build or interest from me, 4/10. To be fair, I tuned in at 10 p.m. so, yeah.
Goon.
That's why.
Yeah, you tuned in at the wrong time, Goon. It was so much better. The first hour and a half was awesome, Goon. Pretty damn awesome. It was great. We were having a blast.
I only liked the first hour for me was kind of a drag too. I liked the second hour, and once we got into the fatal four way for the U.S. title and the
Oh,
Raw
really? You
tag
didn't like
team
the
titles.
first matches? Like, they were crazy.
The first match was okay, but you knew one of the two of them were turning heel. And,
Yeah.
And they really.
But but the match. I mean, I was like, I can't.
The match was
believe
good. Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was gonna be terrible, and it was like pretty good.
I expected it to be a decent match. It was about a 7 out of 10 for me. The thing was, it was just I could literally have pictured that match in my head, and that's exactly how it happened. I could have honestly just, sat here before the pay-per-view started and said, oh, this is going to go into this move. We're going to see this kind of, and I would have been like 80% correct. Everything I envisioned would happen happened.
I never seen a drop kick to a drop kick off the top rope. That was wild.
That's what I said before. That was, but the rest of it, it felt very, very predictable. And the heel turn, you knew it was coming. You knew they were going to feud at Mania. Like I said, I don't know how you feel about this. What if they won the tag titles tonight, but Shane cheated because Miz kept going, couldn't get the 3 count. So Shane cheats, and then Miz is like, why would you do that? Because then you don't think they're going to turn on each other if they win. Something like that. Anything. I mean, that's a shitty idea too, but just something to kind of skirt you along and think they're not going to turn on each other yet.
I thought it was fine. I mean, I was surprised, though, because, I mean, it wasn't a surprise. It was all how you thought it would go. I was just happy the match was a decent match. I thought it was going to be a stinker, and it wasn't. I thought it was decent. And then I thought the beatdown was really convincing because Shane just, like, potatoed the shit out of the Miz. So, like,
yeah, with the elbows, too.
Yeah, I
he
can't
got some
believe
good
it.
Fist after he choked him, he elbowed him a few more times in the side of the head, and that looked pretty painful. But
he fucked up the Miz's dad a little bit.
Party.
Yo, what's up?
Joe versus Bear more exciting than Fastlane.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, the Joe versus Bear clip on the Botch Club Instagram, it's got like 50,000 views or something. You guys gotta check it out on Instagram. There's people, Pro Wrestling Tees is tweeting it out and everything. And, like, it's just crazy. Lots of people listening to it. I think there's wrestlers making, what am I trying to say? They're making comments about it. So check out Botch Club on Instagram. It's kind of funny. They're all commenting on the My Bear clip that they put up on Botch Club.
Some people are worried now because Vince is already healed. Now Shane's healed, that it's going to be Vince and Shane versus Stephanie and Triple H.
Yeah, it looks like Batista with Vince in his corner, and you know what I mean. Like it's looking like it's going to happen at Mania. Like tomorrow, Vince is gonna, like he was gonna fuck everything up for Becky tomorrow, just like he was gonna fuck everything up for Kofi. And it was all a big troll. He's still not, because it wouldn't have made any sense if he was like, go ahead, Kofi, out there. Like, well, why'd you stop him then? Like, it made no sense. So this makes sense. And
yeah, it follows, because it was odd for him to be like, oh, a triple threat. And the swerve was okay, but I just, there was never a chance for Kofi to overcome anything. And if he keeps continually getting beat down, I'm worried that the crowd is just going to, lose their way with this. They're not going to.
I don't know. I think this is brilliant. They got the crowd screaming for Kofi. Like, I mean, this is kind of amazing right now. This is brilliant stuff.
But you also had him chanting, "This is boring."
Nah, a little bit, but it was more. That was like a good. It wasn't like it was a bad. This is boring. It was a good. They're doing it on purpose. They're trying to like hold him back, so you're like, "What the fuck? I want Kofi."
I understand holding him back, but they lost the crowd at that point with him because he never had a chance to overcome the odds there. Now, I think that was part of the problem. I mean, the crowd wasn't really trying to rile him up and regain his support. They wanted it done and over.
They started screaming, "We want Kofi!" Like it was crazy.
I'm saying during Kofi versus the Bar, they were screaming, "This is boring."
Oh yeah.
For him getting his ass beat as soon as they made that the handicap match. So Kofi comes out there, and he thinks he's going to have the triple threat for the WWE Championship.
Well, they might as well have said like
exploding.
They might as well chant, like this isn't the match we want, or this is stupid. Like
yeah, but I'm saying if they keep punishing him and not giving him a chance to overcome anything, I think they're going to lose the crowd with it.
Yeah, but maybe it's possible. I think it's fine right now, though.
Party.
Right now, it's fire.
Shit kicked off at work, and it was better than this bag of piss show. He's Ricochet's money.
Ricochet's great, man. Alan Samways, what's up, dude? I'm going to let the donations play because you guys got opinions, and I'd like to hear them because I'm I'm honestly in a coma right now from this show tonight. Last couple hours killed me, dude. I had fucking problems with the wires I was trying to fix. And then I was like watching it and I was like, oh, you know, let me look at this. And then I fucking, oh my God, dude, I passed out during the match before the main event.
Two serious questions.
Yes.
One, why does Kofi deserve to win the WWE title at WrestleMania? Two, why should I cheer for Becky Lynch?
Well, I mean, Kofi's been wrestling for 11 years, and he's never got an opportunity like this. There's multiple times where he's been stifled by the company, and also because
backstage politics and creative and a lot of things have held him back. And I feel like what you were saying, he's paid his dues.
It's just he's on
I
the
don't
hype right
believe
now.
WWE when they say last time ever. Just like Rock and Cena was once in a lifetime and Triple H Undertaker was end of era. I call also him tires of the botch bitches Nia and Tamina. Sasha almost died twice. Get those cunts of TV.
Alexa's sweet ass, thanks for the donation. I mean, also, fucking Owens almost died too. He went over the top rope and he almost smashed his face off the desk.
Super Chat Party.
Did you see all the plants around the Miz Dad tonight?
Dorian Moore, yeah, it was a little weird. It was looked like Actor Central over there, but I'm glad that at least Shane kind of put hands on the Miz's dad and everything, and they did a pretty good job. Mrs. Dad did too, but there's no way you sit there, let your son get beat up, and then jump the guardrail. It's like you've been over there right away. But other than that, good stuff, Dorian Moore. God, there's a lot of shit to get to. Just bring it on, guys. I'm gonna let them play. I'm gonna let some of them play. See what else you got to say.
Didn't watch all the show, didn't care. Shane heel, predictable but cool. Oh boy, is Roman gonna get a huge freaking push now? And for the love of God, get rid of Renee super cringe in the main event. I'm only excited that I'm going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, people very angry at Renee's commentary. Continuing that. Ahmed Omar, thank you for the 316. For the damn 316, son. We got more coming. Ahmed, thank you.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Bless your souls. Thanks for torturing yourself for me. I can see your souls slowly walk away in shame. Watching WWE has become Dante's Inferno of punishment. I need another shirt to burn.
That's fucking hilarious. Snatcher Hunter, thank you very much for the $10. Yeah, it's been a bit of a tough one, but it could be worse, you know.
Yeah.
Shane is a beast, dude. His arms are huge. You don't really understand the size of this guy. Thank you for the $10, Snatcher. You're a beast yourself. Let me go one more, and then we'll get back to the kind of the reviews here. I love the first match of the Usos. Dude, that interception cross body, like there was so many little things that were just like, wow, they clearly were trying to get off to a great start, and they did. It was the story of two different paces. Really, like again, I think the whole first maybe 2 hours, I was like, this is awesome. I can't fucking believe this. And then just shit slowed down for me. Now, I may do something I don't do often. I may actually watch this. I know there's some people out there like, you're fucking crazy, bro. I may actually watch this show tomorrow when I wake up. Like, I may wake up.
When you got a little bit of energy?
Yeah, when I've got like a lot of energy and I can watch it and I can be like, all right, let me see how this goes. Or at least watch after the first 2 hours, watch then on. Because maybe it's my energy. You know, maybe it's not the show, maybe it's me. But, you know, because it just felt so bad. But I heard a lot of people saying that, so maybe the show is making you all tired. Maybe it's a...
See, I think you're crazy for saying you love the first 2 hours.
Oh, why?
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Racist asshole.
Circumcision is popular cause Jewish girls won't touch anything that's not at least 15% off. What's the difference between blacks and snow tires?
Oh, God.
Snow tires don't sing when you put chains on them.
Oh.
What do you call two black people in a red blanket? A Kit Kat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Racist asshole. Thank you.
See a Kit Kat? My god.
Holy Christ. Yeah, so I think I gave the McMahon's. I thought the McMahon Miz match was going to be a piece of shit. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave that a 7. Like I said, that I was expecting to be about a 7. It was a 7.
I expected a 5.
Good. Yeah, no, I was expecting good from them. I mean, they usually don't disappoint, especially with the Usos. They're on a great run at this point. Then after that, we had Asuka and Mandy Rose. So with your saying the first hour was great, this match sucked. The only thing that was good about it was the wheel kick at the end. The only thing that I thought was remotely decent was the whole wheel kick. The crowd was completely silent. The finish to the match, I thought, only because it really connected with Mandy's face. That was the only real highlight to that match. Sonya Deville looks like an idiot because Mandy wasn't in need of help really at that point. So her leaving the apron up, and then the way they did that end moment, she didn't really trip over the curtain,
she
being on the mat. She missed the spot. So when she went, she looked foolish for stopping and then turning, and then she looks at Asuka, and then Asuka waited to react. So it didn't look great anyways.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that match would be better than it was. So I was the opposite of how you were with the Usos. I thought this match would be a bit better, and unfortunately it wasn't. And when you look back at Asuka's main roster run...
to be honest, dude, I thought the Shane McMahon match was going to be a 5 out of 10. I thought the Mandy Rose Asuka match was going to be a throwaway, quick match, just to get Asuka a win, to set her up so that they can move on to Lacey Evans, and that's what I always thought. But instead, I kind of thought like what they did was inventive a little bit, but at the same time, I don't know. It just caught me off guard. The pace of the show at this point I thought was great, even though maybe that match isn't something that was very good. And she was close. The apron was very close. She just kind of, and I actually thought she tripped in real life. I was like, oh shit, did she just fall in real life? And then when she lost, it was like, oh, that was a work. Oh wow, okay, what the fuck? Why did they do that? And because it just seemed weird that Sonya Deville was trying to go into the ring like a while earlier. Yeah, she was going to the ring. It was like they're in the ring equal. Like you said, there was no feeling of wow,
dread. Yeah,
wow, like Mandy can't do this. Yeah, like things were fine. Why was Sonya Deville looking for shit under the ring? Like it made no sense kind of there. So like I agree with you in that sense. But at least in my mind though, I was like more entertained by the match than I thought.
I get you. So and then the crowd was really flat for it. But I don't blame the crowd for that because we haven't seen Asuka do anything except lose.
Was that match
since
2?
Royal Rumble.
That was match 2?
Yeah, that was the second match.
I felt like the fourth one. Jesus.
No, so the third match was Kofi in the bar, and I hated this. I
dumb.
didn't like the idea of it. It was extremely tedious and boring. It went on for what felt like 20 minutes, but it was only 5 minutes, essentially. And I don't understand, the New Day is barred from ringside. But then they still came out later on. Why didn't they come out immediately once they knew it was going on?
Right.
That was foolish. The plot holes like that really bother me. I can understand them being barred from a championship match like they thought. But they should have ran out to help him when he was getting decimated 2 minutes in. And plus, it wasn't like we're Daniel Bryan where he had, like stages to go through. He had to face Triple H first. Then he had to overcome Batista and Randy Orton. With this, he was just getting his ass kicked. There was never a moment where he looked like he had a chance to win. He was just getting his ass kicked continually, and then it basically turned into the Simpsons meme of, stop, he's already dead, That was what we got. The crowd was chanting, this is boring. You could see everybody just lost any bit of energy they had, and for me, like I said, it just brought up a lot of fears and worries that if they continually push him down without any real, form of success, the crowd is going to just not continue to be crazy for him. When you don't give somebody that cookie after long enough, they lose the drive. So,
yeah, I mean, I think the match is a little too long, and they could have gotten the same point across, like you said. This is a long show tonight. It went from feeling like this was going to be a short show to being a very long show. I like what they did, though. I like the idea behind it. I was like, wow, this is fucking awesome. But it was the match was too long.
Yeah, so I didn't really care for the first hour at this point. Between Mandy Rose, Kofi getting his ass beat, and everything.
But it was more than that though to me. The why I liked the first hour was because like I was like, well, what's gonna happen with Kofi? This is crazy. And then Vince added him to the match, and you're like, holy shit! Now Vince is adding him to the match tonight. What the fuck is going on? This is crazy. And then he comes out, and then they switch it up, and then it's like, no, it's just a 2-on-1 handicap. You go, oh my god, what the fuck, dude? What is going on right now? And so like all that stuff I took into account and thought like, wow, this is pretty interesting. I got to give it to them. Like, I don't know if it worked out 100%, but like I said, I was kind of interested at this point. And all the comments were like, wow, this is surprisingly good. And what are they doing? This is whatever. And so, like, I think it worked. But again, the match, the 2-on-1 handicap match was just too long.
Yeah. And now we get Elias again for the second time of the night.
He comes out again, yeah.
Which he's entertaining, no doubt. But with knowing that he's not going to have a match, and you're waiting for him to be interrupted, you're hoping there's going to be some sort of payoff, and there wasn't. Again, you're like, all right, he was entertaining, but I just wish it went somewhere. So, to me, the fourth match is where it really got exciting, and that was the Revivals match. Everything here was expertly handled.
Yeah.
The in-ring action was next level. I thoroughly enjoyed them. I hope that Ricochet is not looked at like a human pinball machine forever. I hope Vince really gives him a fair shake at things and doesn't just relegate him to the cruiserweight division, because he's extremely talented. He's pretty good on the mic. He's got a lot of charisma.
He really wasn't though. That's the thing. He was not good on the mic in NXT. I was like, god damn. The one thing that sucks about Ricochet is he's awkward on the mic.
Okay. I didn't think.
No, he's like better now, but like in NXT he was weird on the mic. And we always said, like, God damn, on the mic, though, he sucks.
Because the pre-show, he gave another promo as well, and I thought that was good.
Yeah, he's been way better. It's been very surprising. He's done it. Honestly, dude, he's done his best WWE promo work in the main roster.
Yeah.
The NXT wasn't very good. It's very weird. But dude, imagine him. I was like, dude, imagine him versus Chad Gable in a ladder match for the IC belt at WrestleMania. That'd probably be fucking awesome.
Yeah, because he was going on saying about how life is defined by moments and everything. He grew up dreaming of being a champion. They're going to make sure that dream comes true. And it was just a really good, promo from him.
Yeah, he was pretty
even
good.
Aleister Black sounded better tonight, too, with, talking about fearing the unknown. And each win they pick up, their fear manifests within the other wrestlers in the locker room. Like, he sounded more menacing, more, fear-driven. So
right.
That was good. But all in all, that match, overly exciting, well-handled, well-paced. I wish it could have even been a little bit longer. And I'm happy the Revival won. I wanted Aleister Black and Ricochet to win, and it did feel a little too soon. But
it would have felt too soon, yeah.
But the Revival winning is good, because this is what we wanted. We wanted the Revival for so long to, have a really good run with the tag titles. They deserved it, for ages now. And that's the thing. This is the kind of stuff that I've missed for a while, where I have two teams or wrestlers or whatever, where one wins and you're like, damn, I wanted the other one to win, but I'm okay with this one winning because, no matter what, you can't always have those situations where you're happy either way, but every now and again, it's good to feel like that. And we haven't had those moments, I feel, in quite some time.
Yeah, I agree.
So that was good. Like I said, very entertaining, and especially triple threat tag matches. Those are hard to pull off at times. You have to have really, really good timing.
Yeah.
Because you can turn that into Botch City in 1 second flat. One near fall messes up and everything goes to shit. And especially, you get the Shatter Machine, and then they go ahead and Ricochet hits the 630, and it's like everything just perfectly paced, really exciting. Then we get some, the newly announced match of the Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. title. So I even like the promo that set up the U.S. title match backstage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was spontaneous. So that's like, I don't know where that happens.
Part of me was like, I'm kind of disappointed that Rey Mysterio and Andrade are not going to have their match. And then I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Because you didn't want it on the pre-show. This saves them to have a great match at Mania. And I was even surprised in this match, admittedly. I thought that when they broke up the cat fights, you had Andrade and R-Truth pulling apart their female partners, Zelina Vega and, Carmella. I thought that was going to be it. I thought that's when Samoa Joe is going to, take out, and, we're not going to see any more from Rey Mysterio. And he had perfect near fall. So you go ahead, and I'm like, oh, that's the end of the match right there, because they're busy on the outside, and I was like, kind of predictable. And then they broke up the count, and I was like, wow, I really thought that was the finish. And from there, we got more. We ended up seeing, dropping the dime and then the coquina clutch, and then we got the ref stoppage for the match. But still, like there was more to it. I liked that match. Really, really well worked. And Rey Mysterio looked fantastic still. I mean, not to be overstated, but everybody did their part. Even R-Truth looked really, really good too. So, and I laugh with him still doing the John Cena stuff. It works on some level for me. And then we headed into Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Tamina. And this is when things really, really started to fall flat. And they had built up all this momentum. And from here, it just right out the window. They allowed Beth Phoenix to be on commentary. She's not bad, but I mean, obviously we knew that it was for the setup. So many botches in this match, so many mistakes. Tamina really screwed up Nia Jax the first time. And then I guess like on the outside, so Sasha Banks is going to dive from the top and they're supposed to catch her, but Tamina falls down and then Bayley gets the suicide dive and everybody's down on the ground and like they missed the catches twice. Like it was bad. Even the finisher, Bayley gets that Hurricane Rana into a pin for the win. Like that didn't seem like it was a definitive win for the match, but again, just a lot of botches. And I know they were just going for that post-match beatdown. And this is when you had Beth Phoenix come in to stand up for the tag champs. And she starts getting beat down as well. And then we see Natalya come out, try and defend her. And the heels, stand strong. So they left it, everybody beat up. So we'll see, obviously, something with them at WrestleMania. I don't know if Natalya and Beth Phoenix will go for the women's tag titles. I don't think that'll happen, but maybe we'll see Natalya and Beth Phoenix go against Tamina and Nia Jax. Maybe we'll get something like that. I don't know if you agree or not, but we'll see what happens there. Then after the fact, we finish up with that match. Sorry, I'm not sure if Joe was around or not. We head into Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and mystery opponent. We hear that it's going to be a triple threat, so everyone kind of gets excited, starts chanting for Kofi. And, the crowd starts breaking out, and the "We Want Kofi" and Kofi chants again. And Mustafa Ali comes out, and he's kind of getting berated. I felt bad for him because he was over with the crowd. Then, unfortunately, he gets injured, and he loses his spot to Kofi Kingston. Kofi takes his spot by performing well in the gauntlet match. Then again, he performed well in the Elimination Chamber. And from there, it's been Kofi Mania.
But we're going to need you to take a pin.
Yeah.
That made sense why he was originally set up to be there.
Yeah.
So they put him back where he was supposed to be. Because they can't have Kevin Owens. They had to protect
Kevin Owens, yeah.
That was crazy. They had to protect him, but they're still delaying Kofi. We're gonna get totally get Kofi at WrestleMania winning the belt as we thought. I think it's gonna be a fatal 4-way. I know Matt had said the same and a few others. It seems like that's what's gonna happen. So we'll get these three tonight and Kofi. Wow.
It kind of makes sense because Kevin Owens, still has a, kind of a vibe for the title. Mustafa Ali has a right as well. And Daniel Bryan still a champ. So, I mean, it could happen, but this was not a bad match. Mustafa Ali is in a whole nother level at this point.
Right.
He was so exciting. I'm trying to think of different spots that he pulled off, but my God, he just was really, really, really impressive. And I'm, thrilled to see him be back, but it was unfortunate that it took him to do so well to win the crowd back over, but he did it. He was able to accomplish that. The crowd was against him because he wasn't Kofi Kingston.
Right, which was kind of ironic. It's like, without him getting injured, it's like, the
crowd would have been just as hot for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not as, but close to, because that's how they were to begin with. Everyone was really excited for Mustafa Ali. And once Bryan covered Ali for the near fall, another big Kofi chant breaks out. And then Mustafa Ali does a few more things, and the crowd really starts chanting for Ali. So it was cool to see him win them back over. I did appreciate that angle of the match as well. Obviously, Daniel Bryan gets a great running knee for the pinfall at the end, and he retains the WWE Championship in almost a 20-minute match there. So It's an interesting situation, and it really seems like you said we'll get Kofi at Mania, definitely. But credit to everyone here. They worked really hard. They were able to survive the negative chants from the arena and really change the crowd's mind with hard work. And they had some really close near falls in here too. So it was entertaining throughout. The pacing was really, well done. And I don't feel like I was slighted with the way this match was pulled off. So,
yeah, I thought it was all right as well. And so you have 2 solid hours going on here, and these matches were great, all in consecutively. They were great, and that really started building the momentum. I was like, damn, this show is like decent. I mean, I was expecting just piss.
Give it a hell yeah!
Did you catch Pat McAfee watch show?
Yes.
Talk about Alexa, Iconics, Ek3 all good talents just sitting in back doing nothing hanging with a tool. Is Alexa ever gonna wrestle again? She's one of best on mic and they doing nothing her. Have her versus Asuka.
I'm surprised, Rated R Superstar. I'm almost waiting for them to announce like she's the WrestleMania host or something. I am surprised, but that's why they had that backstage watch thing. That's why they had that, so they could get those people on video somewhere doing something.
Yeah, you got Shane Helms and Christian backstage with all the jobbers.
How about Elias's gimmick through the night acting as sort of a host?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
He was good at it, no doubt, but it just, I don't know. I liked his first time out there, then it got tiresome.
I didn't mind it that much. I liked it because they needed like breaks. There was so much going on and so many match. So they were trying to do something that broke it up with comedy and stuff. I thought it worked okay.
It was just long enough already. That was kind of my...
The whole show was just too... I mean, dude, like cut an hour out of this and, you've got a pretty decent... Even an hour and a half. Like, get rid of the Mandy Rose match and get rid of... oh, shit!
Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass.
Broken Lion!
Oh, well!
Broken Lion!
How's it going? You come releases. I only saw the first hour, then fell asleep, then couldn't watch the rest, but I knew Shane was turning heel and figured they were going to toll Kofi because he didn't dance for Vince in the back. Hashtag stay HIV positive.
Broken Lion, thank you, man. Broken Lion, I also think that they've figured out that spontaneous stuff is what the crowd is into right now. So by giving you Kofi out of nowhere, it made the crowd go, oh, shit, and get excited, and then all of a sudden take it away. Like, I just thought that was really brilliant. Like, this is some, like, they know, they got their finger on the pulse of what's going on as far as that goes, which I'm impressed by. They're purposely, like, not giving you him. They're purposely putting 2 boring idiots in the ring with him, like, to piss you off. Yeah, they're doing everything they can to get heat and to get people to want Kofi to win. So much so that when he goes to Mania, probably, which seems to be what's happening, that the crowd is going to jizz him at Mania. It's going to be, I think, pretty crazy.
Give it a hell yeah!
What's up,
So
Joe
by
Cronin
your
fan?
logic, Curtis Axel and Zack Ryder should be in the WWE title match at Mania. Before Elimination Chamber, Kofi was known for his gimmick eliminations in the RR and for being a part of a group who promotes cereal and pancakes.
Much to change your outlook or opinion on someone, really.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. I think it's just something spontaneous that happened. That's the thing. Like, it's the crowd started cheering for him. I think WWE needs to capitalize more immediately when they hear things like this to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Broken Lion.
By the way, why are they mishandling Rude? He should have stayed in NXT. Hashtag Naiga bans you fucks.
Yeah, Broken Lion, what's up, man? I'm glad you listened to Corrupted last night. It was a really funny episode of Corrupted last night. Hope you guys are on Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. A lot of funny shit last night, including this.
Suck my balls.
I'm just kidding.
Suck my balls.
Thank you, Broken Lion. But yes, download the Patreon app. We had so many people sign up for Patreon. We're hitting the record. We have 360 patrons on there. So many podcasts. A lot of shit's going down tomorrow.
Give it a hell yeah!
It's epic.
Looking for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania to be a fatal four-way. Brock versus Rollins versus Reigns versus Leukemia. Leukemia strikes and takes Roman out of the match. Then Brock uses the distraction to F5 Rollins into oblivion.
Well, Roman's fake-a-mania, what's really interesting to me is Dean leaving or not? Because it felt like if they were going to do this final goodbye, the contract extension was validated. So I don't know. Oh, shnikes! Movado, thanks for the $17.
My enemies are the
Tell you what, I am going shopping this week. I'm going to be buying a big stock of crayon if I can. I ran out of money last week and I ran out of crayon.
Come on, make me believe in tasty.
This could have been in the Captain Marvel movie.
But you answer me, man. All my friends are fucking the man. 'Cause all my friends are drinking cran. They're drinking cran. 'Cause all my friends are drinking cran.
Suck my balls.
I got the fucking cran.
Suck my balls.
We got
Suck my
I don't
balls.
get it. I want to enter the mind of a casual to understand why the Shield receives screaming cheers. WWE plays it so safe. Instead of a triple bomb end, a Roman heel turn would have been epic tonight, like Hogan heel epic. Face Roman is so formulaic.
Pour me a beer.
I agree, Movado. MD Armin, thank you for the donation. I mean, for the subscription. What's up? Hope you guys can subscribe down below and don't miss out on my daily wrestling videos and podcasts and everything else we do. Movado, thank you for the big $17. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if at some point soon they could really have that sort of Hogan type of moment, but you know, it just seems WWE doesn't like doing that.
I was sitting in my wheelchair like 24/7 and I was thinking after the Shield match if Roman Reigns turned heel.
Holy
no
shit.
one would expected it. That would have been the best heel turn since Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17.
That would have been pretty good. Although goddamn, I hated that. I hated that. That turn for Austin was horrible, though. Lex Luger, you son of a bitch. All right, let's get back to where we were, guys. Thank you so much for the donations. Seriously, without those, I can't do these shows. And I know tonight was weird. I was going up and down trying to deal with something with my kids, and I'm gonna be taking off early tonight because of that. Also, but I was also falling asleep. I also fell asleep for about 20 minutes during my reaction stream, dude. That's how messed up it was.
You made a great point, and I know I've been talking too much tonight. I apologize, but you really just said something, and it triggered a thought in my mind, because you said they should have removed X and Y from the night, and it would have made it that much better. And there's a concept in dramatic principle. It's called Chekhov's gun. And what it is that if you show a revolver in the first act of your play, then you damn well better fire a shot by the end of it. It basically says that every element of a story should contribute to the whole. No false promises. You know, everything should come into play.
Right.
And that was a big problem tonight with the Becky match. Because they went ahead and basically said the only way Becky gets to WrestleMania is if she destroys Charlotte Flair. The only way she gets to go and make this a triple threat match, she has to pin or submit Charlotte. So everyone in their mind, knew, oh, there's no way she's not going to Mania, so she has to kick Charlotte's ass. And we didn't get that. We never got that payoff. You know, and then especially seeing her come out with the crutch, she's limping, so you're really expecting her to have to suffer, to scrape and claw and scratch to take down the Woo, and we didn't get that. And it was so unsatisfying, and I mean, it's a logical finish. It is a smart thing, but they should have either done that instantly and led into some form of a beatdown, or, it really frustrated a lot of people, and you can see why. And that's the issue here. You had such fire with this feud. And especially coming off of everything Rhonda said the other day on her YouTube channel, talking about how,
Right.
fake this, fuck that, and tearing apart the universe and everything as a whole. This is how you follow it up. This is what you do to capitalize on that. It just feels like such a letdown. It really does. That was a straight kick in the balls.
What do you think about that Ronda stuff? I mean, I thought that kind of stuff was great. It generated so much news.
I loved it. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's ruining kayfabe," and saying,
"Dude, no." Can I just say, all those people that said she's ruining kayfabe and exposing the business is already exposed. Like,
exactly.
You're retarded.
And I will. There's if you have some idiot friend that's like, it's fake, right? All right, yeah, you deal with it. But when they say it on a wrestling show, like the SNL person coming out and saying, like, it's fake, right? On the TV show, on Raw, that drives me insane. That makes me
That was
furious.
awful on Monday. That was just...
But her doing it on Twitter and doing it on her YouTube, that's a different, world of things. You're still separating. But she is a legitimate fighter, and she said, I could kill you both with one hand, and everything she said she's trying to back up, but it only brings that much more dramatic tension to this feud. I thought it was perfect. It was exciting. It got everybody talking. There was such buzz around it. It was great. She built up interest again into the WrestleMania feud, and this is how they top it off tonight. They fucked it up. They really dropped the ball with this. I just thought it was greatly disappointing that this is, the simple DQ finish is their great idea to sell a triple threat at Mania. It was just really unappealing, and adding all these injuries and having her hobble around, it is just, it's overstayed its welcome.
Well,
I mean, what is she going to do? She's going to be magically healed by, next week?
She was selling that.
She should have been done selling it by now.
Yeah, or she should have been like, with a limp, but she doesn't have this like. She looks like she's paralyzed. Like, is she?
Yeah, I thought at first she was going to come out there. She's got the crutch. She's depending on it, and it's a cat and mouse game. It's just a mind trick that she's trying to play Charlotte.
And why
to think that she's injured?
It's literally retarded that Ronda Rousey would want to interfere in this thing so she could face a second person.
I know. I know she wanted to face Becky, but she shouldn't want to have another chance to lose her title, really.
Yeah.
And I know she's got the confident... Well, she is confident. She says, I can beat you both. But, there's no champion's advantage. You figured she'd be smart on some level.
I get it. It's just something flawed about it. Really flawed about it. You talk about plot holes there. It's like, what?
Yeah, the whole thing is just filled with them. I know she's got that true demeanor of a badass saying, I could beat you, and you. And not even break a sweat. But again, you figured you'd be a smart defending champion. Not it. Just like you said, once you look into it, it all falls apart.
If anything, what you would do is, you would try to take out Charlotte because she's the healthy one, and you'd want to just face Becky. Yeah, I mean that would be the number one thing because then you're facing a crippled person.
Yeah, she could have argued for that the other night, saying, no, I want my title back, and the only way I'm defending this at Mania, because you need me, I don't need you, is if it's just me and Becky one-on-one. Then they could have had her, rather they should be fighting to insert Charlotte, not Becky.
Right.
And plus, never mind the fact that they ruined the point of the Rumble as well with all of this.
This is another reason why the Rumble's screwed over. Like it
just invalidates it entirely.
I get some years it feels like, the Rumble means nothing, but more and more it feels like the Rumble means nothing, and that's really bad. It's like probably like a one, there's 60%, 70% the Rumble means nothing, and that drives me nuts. The Rumble, they need to move the Rumble closer. The Rumble needs to be the pay-per-view before this one. It needs to switch with Elimination Chamber at this point. That just has to happen.
Yeah, because there's too much in between, Rumble and Mania for things to change plans. Someone can get injured. I mean, they've still got 4 weeks. Yeah, exactly, Brian. They've got 4 weeks from now till then. And a lot of people, Carlos just said there's no way that this is still the main event. It doesn't feel like it's main event worthy anymore. doesn't have that same interest like it did previously. And again, there's a lot of what ifs, but we do know that we're getting, for sure now, after, we got that RKO out of nowhere, and then AJ Styles comes out and takes out Randy Orton. So we know that we're going to see those two in a match against each other at Mania. Hopefully that's good. Depends on if Randy Orton wants to play ball and how much AJ is willing to put his body on the line. Well, but AJ, we know we can get a great match from them if they want to deliver.
Maybe, yeah, it's possible if they fill in remember kind of how Seth and Randy did at the WrestleMania where Seth cashed in. If we can get that type of match, then that's pretty good right there. If they do that,
it won't be earth shattering, but it won't be disappointing either.
Yeah, it'll be a good compliment to everything.
Exactly, and then we get into the main event of the evening. We have the Shield. For the last time ever. Did they mention that enough? I don't think so. The last time ever, Joe.
Yeah, we believe anything.
Ever. Against Drew, Bobby, and Baron. And Leo Rush, I'm surprised, didn't come out with Bobby Lashley. That was odd to me. I figured he would have been out there. I also had assumed maybe, I guess they had the other heels busy, but I don't know. I'm surprised we didn't see Braun at all.
I'm glad we didn't. Fucking Braun's
I'm glad as well, because it would have been really overbooked there. But I had thought maybe we would see him. So, because at one point the match was going to be Braun replacing Seth, and they have the same match at Mania. That was being discussed.
Well, Braun sucks.
That he does.
Talking about him makes me nauseous. You're an idiot, Braun.
Hell yeah!
Almost forgot I did really enjoy Elias. I always love it when he comes out. Please keep him heel or whatever the fuck he is. I'm confused.
Elias, yeah, I enjoy him too usually. So I'm happy too. They could have done better, but it was fun a little bit. It was just such a long night, broken line, that I thought I agree that. But I'd have to watch it again, to be honest. I may have to watch this show tomorrow again and do a re-review tomorrow, recorded for you, and I might have some different opinions.
Hey Joe and Jack. Hello everyone in the chat. I want all you guys in the chat whip out your cocks and cream pie me. Now Joe, play my song, you sexy fuck.
Got that Blumpkin pussy juice, it's on the loose.
All over you.
Blumpkin cunt pussy juice, all I want in the mouth. Hey, Blumpkin, thank you very much for the donation, man. I love you, Blumpkin. You know I do. I'm not even sure I can find it, though, to be honest. I can't. If I had it, I'd pull it up right now, but I'm so screwed up. Dude, I wish I could play your song right now. Thank you for becoming a $5 ship on Blumpkin. Tomorrow on Raw Review, I will play it. But I'll tell you what. I got to rush through this now because I'm up against it here. I got to go do something. And I normally would stay on really late talking about this. I would stay up until 2. I'd do some craziness. But I got to go figure out what the hell's going on here.
It'll be an extra Raw Review. Maybe we'll do some gaming or something.
Yeah, so, I mean, what do we got left here for the matches?
That's it. That ends the night with the Shield taking on the Heat.
Santa Claus.
God, I thought we missed something. I swear to God, we missed something, but I'm on drugs.
Santa Claus.
Man of 1,005 holds.
Ashton Santa Claus's ass.
Here's to ya.
Oh well, yeah.
Fastlane was like sex with an elderly woman. First hour was great but needs oxygen to keep up with the rest of the show, and someone released that fat botch sea cow known as Tamina.
Oh my God.
He's not wrong.
Oh my God. That's insane. A fat botch Nina. Man of 1,005 holds. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball that one too. I mean that's the theme of the night, but that was just infuriatingly bad first defense for those women tag titles. And I know I said it before. I don't know if you heard me, but I think we're gonna get Nia and Tamina taking on Beth Phoenix and Natalya at Mania.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it seems like.
Yeah, no, dead on. I didn't know if that ring was gonna be able to hold all them bitches. It's pretty crazy. I'm just happy Natalya wasn't coming out in bondage cat uniform as usual. So
I'm glad she's away from Ronda and the everything there.
Yeah, I thought it was dumb that they were facing Sasha and Bayley anyway, because Sasha and Bayley beat them on a Raw a couple weeks ago. Clean.
Please stay on late. I want to play with my dog to you guys.
Oh, Big Cock Ryan. I'm sorry, Big Cock Ryan. I love you, man, but I am going to get out of here now. I'm going to go ahead and give this show, I'm not really sure. I'm going to give this pay-per-view, oh, God, it's so tough. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
You bastard. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say a 6. It's funny how because Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Mustafa, great work, great effort in that match. Samoa Joe's match was good.
Not convinced that Ricochet and Aleister Black are mainstays on the main roster, being that WWE is still using the NXT nameplates. I think they are going to be in NXT for a while longer.
Well, yeah, they are, but they're just pulling double duty now, Harry, Steve. I mean, there's a lot of other people that are traveling more than them.
Yeah, they're doing double duty until Mania, supposedly. So
yeah, within the month after Mania, they'll be done. I think with NXT because they're just having success here. Yeah, I think.
I think they're selling merch. They're exciting. Yeah. The fans have gravitated really well towards them.
Aren't you excited for Raw tomorrow? Balor versus Lashley for IC title.
Oh, I know.
Boo. By the way, for all the trolls, haters and wishers that Captain Marvel would fail, suck on $455 million worldwide with $155 million US, so suck on that, bitches.
Man, Haskell, I love you, bro, but why are you so hard on about loving Captain Marvel, dude?
Yeah, a lot of people you saw it, right, Joe?
Yeah, it wasn't that good. It really wasn't good.
Everybody's giving it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. They're saying that there was a lot of stuff they weren't happy with because I didn't see it yet, but they said it retconned or ruined a lot of points made in other movies. There's things that happened in the movie that shouldn't or couldn't have happened yet that do.
Dude, it's not that. I mean, Haskell, I don't get it. Like I don't get why people just. I get the SJW why people are mad at that stuff and everything. But if you just hate the movie, it's stupid. If you just love the movie, it's stupid. The bottom line is I saw the movie. I loved many moments in the movie, but the movie felt discombobulated. It felt like there wasn't enough dialogue. It felt rushed. There was some like cringe moments with like, but then there was some inspiring moments. I heard that the big issue was
it felt like it wasn't written by somebody that saw the other movies.
I don't know. It felt kind of like that, but first of all, the directors were new. They've never directed a movie like this ever, and some of the writing stuff was different. Yeah, it didn't feel like. It felt like somebody who wrote a Netflix movie, like all right, the new Marvel
like
movies,
a B movie kind of idea.
Yeah, B movie, not quite a B movie because it had really good effects and everything.
It had a B movie with a huge budget.
It just felt like off a little bit, but not that bad either. Like
beer, you've got a new subscriber.
Derek, thank you for subbing to the channel, man. It was more like, I don't know, bro. The 90s music and the 90s vibe really made the movie better for me because of that. I was marking out, dude. Dude, that fucking Garbage played for like a minute, and I was like, fuck, like, let's go, bro. Like, I'm ready to go. Dude, I heard Garbage. She's wearing a Nine Inch Nails shirt. Wow. I'm hearing, like, tons of 90s music I'm loving. When they played a No Doubt song at the end, it was bad. I don't know. It didn't hype me the way they wanted it to be cheesy and hyped, and it wasn't quite there. All the white guys were bad, pretty much, so that was typical. White males were pretty much the bad guy. I got the idea of that, as always. So I thought the movie was all right, but I mean, I liked it a little bit better than some of the Marvel movies because all the Marvel movies are the same. So I liked that it was like slightly different in a way, but again, it was missing some dialogue and backstory, and like it was just like a rushed, like you were viewing a rushed thing that was being put together. Samuel L. Jackson was a cuck, like he was like a retard. Nick Fury was like a loser. I mean, dude, it was weird. I know that he hasn't. It's 20 years ago and he hasn't grown as a person yet or whatever you want to say. Yeah. But Jesus.
Joe, I liked the movie, but it does have issues. I said that. And I agree with you. The script was lacking in certain parts and other areas, but still liked it overall. Didn't love it, but what I love is seeing the haters and trolls not get their wishes.
I don't know, Haskell, though. I think you're wrong. I think they, the movie isn't doing good. I don't think. I mean, maybe it's doing good. I don't even know. Is it doing...
It made a shit ton of money, but I don't think it'll have the staying power and rewatchability like the other movies do.
It's not getting good
That's how
reviews.
Avengers made so much money, because people went to go see it multiple times. I don't see that happening for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not getting good reviews, even from people that, like, SJW people.
So many people rewatched The Last Jedi because they were in, disbelief.
Yeah,
they were like, wait,
yes.
that couldn't have been that bad. It had to have been me.
Yeah.
I need to see it again. I know when you and I reviewed it the first time, we're like, I need to see it again. I don't know how I feel yet. And it wasn't until the second viewing you were like, nope, I'm not crazy. But I don't see that happening with this. And that's usually how they make more of their box office. So,
yeah, I think that
she hurt initial sales too, because it was not as highly projected as they thought it was going to be.
It's her fault. I mean, that's the thing, Haskell. I think it's the thing that people don't understand. This is her fault for saying the comments she made were kind of dumb. She's kind of a psycho. I mean, if you follow Brie Larson, she's kind of a psycho. There's a report that the cast hates her, that she's like a cunt. I mean, dude, I'm not kidding. That's just what's going on.
I mean, there's shittier movies that have made a shit ton of money. Look at the Jurassic Park, the most recent one.
Oh God, those are terrible.
Jurassic World and all that. Those have been awful. And
I hate
the most
those.
recent one that came out. I forget the name of it, but
those are disgusting. Like, they're so
Fallen
bad.
Yeah.
Fallen Kingdom or something. It's garbage.
Yeah, something like that. It was so bad.
I liked Captain Marvel though. Like, in a way, like I said, I kind of liked it. I'd buy it on Blu-ray. To be honest, but it was so close to being like awesome enough that it was like. So it was really close to being awesome because it was different, but was still really good. And instead, it was like, oh, it just slightly didn't hit enough of what I wanted it to. But it was different still, so I do like it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think, there was this, it wasn't the SJW type of movie. Like, if you watch the movie, you don't see, it's not like Ghostbusters where they keep shooting the guy in the dick, but there are a lot of little things that are like.
Well, they said they had a feminist agenda. That was openly admitted, and that's fine. You can have that. That's your own thing. I mean,
it wasn't that
Wonder
bad,
Woman,
though. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't overtly, obvious and ruining the movie.
It had little tones. It had seriously, I thought I was gonna watch the movie and be like, this is SJW horror shit. I hate this, but I didn't. They did have the little moments that I felt were real world moments, so I didn't get angry. I didn't get angry because I felt it was real world moments, like other soldiers giving her shit because she's a woman. But it wasn't like in your face. It was just enough of like, okay, yeah, that happens right there. And the guy on the motorcycle at one point that was like, guys making weird sexual comments to her. It's like that really happens in real life. Not every guy is like that. Of course, it was all the white guys were creepy, psycho douchebags. Even at one point where the alien goes, I really like the body I have. He had such nice blue eyes. And so the alien was talking about how he became this white guy, had blue eyes, and then the little black girl's like, ew, I didn't like those at all. I like your eyes now, and it was like, oh, there's another. It was just like these little undertone shots, clearly, and everybody is either a woman or black, and all the white men are bad. I mean, except for the agent, what's his face, but he was barely in the movie. But it was just there was those little tones where you're just like, I get it.
Comic movies rely on nerds to make money for MCU movies. It's the nerds that see it 5 times, not mom and dad bringing the kids, which only see it once. I left halfway through second round of Last Jedi. It was that bad.
Movado, thanks for the 316. Yeah, Last Jedi was... Like, people actually ask me, what did I like? What was worse, Last Jedi or Captain Marvel? Honestly, I enjoyed Captain Marvel better than Last Jedi.
I believe that.
Because Last Jedi has way better moments, has a few better moments than Captain Marvel, but it has way worse moments than Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel's somewhere here, but it stays on the same consistent thing. So for a 6 or 7 out of 10 Captain Marvel, I'll take that over a probably I would call a 5 out of 10 Last Jedi. So certainly, dude, Last Jedi was way more social justice warrior than this movie. There was a moment in Captain Marvel, non-spoiler here, I think, where, you know, at some point in the movie, it's like she has to pick herself up, and there's all these flashbacks of her on a, you know, as a kid falling down and getting up and getting thrown at. Bro, that was a pretty fucking emotional thing to watch. And I didn't think like, oh, women, oh, go women, yay. Like, no, that's not what I thought. I actually thought, like, I saw myself as her. Like anybody who's got to, you know, combat something or overcome something or pick yourself up when just you're getting fucked up and you know, you don't give up type of deal. Like, it didn't feel like this isn't for me. I can't relate to what's going on here. It didn't feel like that. I felt like I could relate to it. And I went in waiting for the bullshit SJW shit to happen. And to be honest, the problem with the movie ends up not being the SJW shit, unlike Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was a piece of shit and filled with so much SJW I wanted to stab myself. This movie, the SJW stuff wasn't bad at all compared to that stuff. But the problem was that it was missing a little bit of heart, a little bit more. And I think maybe part of that is because it wasn't trying to do that. It was trying to just say, here's this puzzle. We're going to start putting the puzzle pieces together, and we're going to do all this shit and action. And which is fine, but because, like, I almost feel like if Quentin Tarantino had directed this movie or had written this movie, if they had gotten Quentin Tarantino to write the dialogue for this movie, on top of what they had, it could have been a fucking awesome movie. Like, it could have been like an 8 out of 10 or 8.5 out of 10 if they had had substance in some of the commentary instead of not all these sort of servicey moments like, here's the cool comeback and here's
a lot of people are focused on Avengers as well, and
Right.
I heard repeatedly that it didn't build into Avengers. This wasn't needed to be seen to get to the Avengers movie. They kind of made it seem and had expressed beforehand that this was the next step to, you know, the final Avengers, and that realistically you didn't need to see this. There was no. They always say, oh, she's the strongest, you know, of all the heroes, but yet they didn't do anything here to state that. There was nothing that showed that she was the strongest of all.
Yeah, you know, I think you kind of
Lackluster PPV, lackluster matches, lackluster fedoras, lackluster friend, lackluster penis, lackluster lackluster popularity, lackluster YouTube career, lackluster sex, lackluster erection, lackluster quarters up my ass, lackluster.
Wow. Lackluster 2010. Thank you so much, man. And say hi to Tommy for us. We know you love it, Tommy. I love you too. Hey, listen, we're going to get out of here. I would love to stay on later. I'd love to make a little bit more money. I'd love to take all the phone calls that are coming in. I would love to do so much more tonight. But I've got to go be dad right now. And I've got to go do some things and figure out what's going on and get everybody taken care of, figure out what's happening. And I will be doing some stuff tomorrow, and I will be live after Raw. And I have a bunch of stuff up on Patreon, including our shows last night, the other day. Me and Bailey have something coming tomorrow. Me and Leah's. All the podcasts, all the stuff. Final Frontier News is coming again this week. More Bailey and Cronin. There's just so much shit coming. My full-on Captain America review. The Bruins are, they're doing really well, man. They keep coming back and winning. Celtics are winning. Bruins are winning. I am very happy, Mike. We're going to get your Blue Jackets in a couple days. Man, I hate your Blue Jackets, bro, because that bastard that killed Dimebag Darrell, he was wearing a Blue Jackets jersey. Until this day, man, every time we play the Blue Jackets, I want to beat you guys up extra. But all because of that guy that wore the freaking jersey that killed Dimebag Darrell. It's so messed up. That was back when the team first launched, too. He put the curse on the Blue Jackets. The curse of Dimebag Darrell's killer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Jake, anything else you want to add, man, before we get out of here? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I didn't take phone calls. I'm really sorry about that. Tomorrow.
No, that's it. Like I said, 6 out of 10, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw when Batista and Triple H go head-to-head.
Batista! Do you think this is going to turn into something with McMahon in Batista's corner, and Triple H wins, he gets control of the company thing?
It has that feel to it. Certainly has that smell. That seems likely. The way they've been setting up everything with Vince kind of has that. It's not hard to imagine that's where they're going.
Something is going on with that, maybe. I don't know.
Over 50 million views.
Guys, thanks for watching. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod. It's up there at CorruptedPod on Twitter. Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. Also follow Botch Club on Instagram. Instagram.com and look up Botch Club. They have 18,000 followers or something close to that. It's a good time, man. And WrestleCrate.com. Enter in coupon code Joe Sent Me. You'll get a percentage off your WrestleCrate. That's WrestleCrate.com. And coupon code Joe Sent Me. Tons of information in my description box way down below. The Patreon, the Twitch, my other accounts, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Everything is down below. Just expand your description box. Keep watching my videos. Make sure you guys keep coming back and watching my videos. Even if you're subscribed, the algorithm won't alert you and won't tell you that I'm live. It won't tell you that I have a video out unless you are engaging in my videos. You need to do that and hit the like buttons, playlists, watch my videos, become a patron. You get alerts when I go live and when I upload things. So when you say, I didn't get an alert, what the fuck? Well, Patreon alerts you. Become a patron for at least $1 even, and you get the alerts. $5, you get 30 hours of bonus content. I will see you tomorrow night. I love you. Hit me up in email, joecronshow@yahoo.com with your Captain Marvel comments, and I will get to my full review of Captain Marvel maybe tomorrow. Leah might be there with me as well. See you tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw. Botch Club!
Party!
Boston Bruins will win the Stanley Cup.
Please let it happen. Can you imagine if the Red Sox, the Patriots, and then the Boston Bruins win all in 1 year? Dude, I'm jacking off. I am getting off on a car, dude. I'm going to go out and just paint the town with my own man juice if that happens. And then the Celtics, too. Oh, God, Botch Club. Can you imagine, dude? I'm coming. What are you, in Rhode Island? I'll drive over there. We're just gonna hook up if that happens, dude. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Have like 3 parades in a year. Oh.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks. This place sucks. CNN masturbated all fucking day.
Haskell 420.
Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style.
Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry, I was really tired tonight too. I was on top of everything, so shout out to Jake for carrying the shit because I was in another state of mind. It was so fucked up.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, we almost hit 62,000 subscribers and 62,399. Who's gonna be the 400th? 62,399. Subscribe now, guys. Who's going to be the 400th sub?
The Joe Cronin Show.
So close. Good night.